What's up, all you villains? Welcome back to part 30 of our Pokemon Team Rocket Edition playthrough. In today's video, we're going to start the new update of the Johto region. We completed the Kanto region in the last video, so go and check that out if you missed it. But now when starting, you can choose a Pokemon pack that you're going to begin with. We got Classic Kanto, Rocket Grunt, Rocket Scientist, Rocket Admin, Rain Team, Sun Team, Rare Pokemon, Weak Pokemon, Random Pokemon, or My Team. So I think My Team, you can choose which Pokemon you want to start with. And I thought of going for Rocket Admin pack since we are Rocket Admins, but I'm going to go with a random one. And let's see what we end up with. We got to re-enter our name again. And we start just outside of Celadon Pokemon Center. So we set the time as well. So in our random pack, we got Crobat, Houndoom, Marowak, Aerodactyl, Venusaur, and Porygon. Not a bad group of Pokemon. I just want to have a look what's in our PC. Maybe there's a whole bunch of Pokemon in there still, and it looks like there are. So there's all the Pokemon that were gifted to us by people. They look like they're still in our PC. So I'm going to deposit a lot of the Pokemon and pick some that I want to use. So there's not a huge choice, but I'm going to go with Bagon and Tyrant. I like the dinosaur looking Pokemon. And I'm sure we're going to be able to still go and buy Pokemon in the Rocket HQ. Once we have sorted our team out, I think we should go to the Rocket HQ and stock up on items again. I don't even know what items we begin with. And maybe buy a few Pokemon. I definitely want to try buy a Nidoran if we can. Now, looking at my team, it looks like a lot of the Pokemon are holding items. So I just want to move all the items off any Pokemon here. And it seems like there's a lot of stones and evolution stones that they're holding. So you can evolve any of the types for Eevee, it looks like. But we're just going to take all of those items off, see what items are in our bag or what other items are in the PC. But now that we've got everything, let's go and chat to Giovanni and find out how we can get to Johto from here. I don't know if we have to take the boat from Vermilion or what we have to do. So we're going to go down back to the Rocket HQ, and then I also want to go stock up on items. I'm not sure how much money we have, but hopefully we've got a lot. Okay, we're back in the Rocket HQ. And let's make our way to Giovanni and see what he says. Andra is here already, so that's pretty cool. And it looks like Giovanni is going to reward us with some money for completing the Kanto region. And he invoiced us 1.5 million Pokemoney, so that's definitely going to help us restock our bag before we head to Johto. And he also rewards us with some legendary Pokemon. So we're going to get Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, all the legendary dogs. If you want to use either of those, now you can. So that's going to be pretty cool. I don't want to use any legendaries until I get really stuck. Or my favorite legendary is Ho-Oh. If I get Ho-Oh, then I will definitely use it. Let me know in the comments, what is your guys' favorite legendary Pokemon? Giovanni just promoted Andra now to the next level. And it looks like she's going to be working in Hoenn. She's going to be the new boss in Hoenn and try start off a new little rocket branch there. And it looks like Boss Giovanni is going to also give us a promotion, and he wants us to be the Johto boss. So we're going to be like the Team Rocket boss for the Johto region. That's huge. We've really moved up the ranks now. Giovanni also gives us a map so we know where we are in the Johto region. And now we're just getting promoted. There we have it. We got a new look. We are boss admin of the Johto region. And Giovanni told us we have to go to the maximum potential room in order to try and reach Johto. So we'll look for that in a bit. I first want to come and stock up on anything else that we need. And here I want to buy a Nidorino to add to our team. I love the new evolution form of Nidoking. And I also want to add Rhyhorn. Remember in the Johto region I had a Rhyperior and I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to use a Rhyhorn again, I think. And now we're just having a look at what items we have. So it looks like we've started with quite a lot of items, to be fair. We've got a decent haul. But I do want to just top up like Ultra Balls and whatever else we might need. More max repels and things. We do have a ton of money, almost like 4.5 million. So I'm going to get some quick balls, some timer balls. Just get like 90 of each. So that will keep us going for a while. Get a whole bunch of max repels. And let's see if there's any TMs or anything I can buy. Okay, these are very useful. There's these experience candy. And they're all different levels. So one of them will level up your Pokemon from level 15 to 30. The next one will be 30 to 45. Next one will be 45 to 60 and so on. So these new Pokemon that I just bought, Nidorino and Rhyhorn, we can level them up to around level 70 using those little candy things. So we don't actually have to train them up ourselves. And I saw in our bag we've got 15 rare candies, so that's also a nice amount to start off with. We can evolve some of our Pokemon in our team, like Bagon. It's level 77 and it hasn't evolved yet, so I think if we give it one rare candy it will evolve for sure. But now I want to give these little rare candy forms to Nidorino and Rhyhorn. I'm going to speed it up and just level them up to 30 or 35. And hopefully they'll learn some really strong attacks. Rhyhorn just learned Rock Blast. And also the same with Nidorino. Get them both leveled up to 30 or 35. And then we can use the next rare candy thing to get them from 35 to 45 or whatever. Now, the maximum potential room is the room to the right of Giovanni's office. And we've just entered and picked up a miracle seed. And this room is called the Rocket Hideout. So there's a whole bunch of scientists in here, all doing a bit of research with some of the Pokemon. We picked up a tiny mushroom on the desk there. And it looks like there's a whole bunch of books here. This book contains the stats of Mewtwo, so they're doing a lot of work, and the other one is of Mew. So the scientists are working hard. Maybe they're trying to find some new evolution forms or something. And it looks like these books are of the 3 legendary birds, Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos. This room has books of the legendary dogs. And there must be like Lugia and Ho-Oh as well. Here's Lugia and Ho-Oh. Hopefully we can catch them when we reach the Johto region. I definitely want to add Ho-Oh to our team. It doesn't look like there's all that much to actually do in this room. Maybe we will find Giovanni here somewhere and he'll give us further instruction. And yeah, it looks like we've explored the 2 offices, and here is Giovanni. We found him, so let's see what he's got to say. He tells us a bit about Naval Rock, the Whirl Islands, and about the legendaries in Johto.
Giovanni also shows us some empty documents, so I suppose he wants us to try and discover new forms or new evolutions. And now he also shows us Nidoking X and Nidoqueen Y. He also shows us some of the other evolution forms like his Rhyperior, which looked a bit different. The Nidoqueen actually looks really cool as well. I've never used Nidoqueen in a playthrough. I've only used Nidoking, but with this new form I think it might actually be a cool addition. So perhaps we'll even add a Nidoqueen.
Giovanni also tells us about the deep bond evolutions. That's how he got his different form of Rhyperior. And it looks like the little and symbol is used for bond evolution, deep bond evolution Pokemon. He even gives us a deep bond detector, so I suppose we can tell if we are near to the deep bond evolution using it. But now he tells us that the teleportation system to get to Johto is in the far east of the base. So I remember there were two doors that were blocked off on the far east at the top. And I remember one was for Hoenn and one was for Johto. So I think now we can actually use them. And yes, here's the Johto one. There's two scientists in here, but they don't really help. But when you click on the machine itself, it asks if you want to teleport. And there we have it. It looks like we're in the Johto HQ now. That's exciting. We just picked up a PP up. And I wonder what all we can buy in the Johto HQ. There might be some new Pokemon here and some new items. Let's check out what they're selling. And yes, there's more experience candies which level up your Pokemon. So all of these will catch up our new Pokemon to level 75, which isn't bad. The rest of the team is 77, so everyone will be pretty close. I'm also going to buy all these TMs. I'm not sure if we have still got them or not, but we've got money, so I'm just blowing money and I'm buying everything. Wow, okay, and here's some of the new Pokemon we can buy. Axew, Turtwig, Poplio, Spiritomb. I think we're going to buy an Axew. And I do like Turtwig. Mudbray is an absolute weapon. But let's just go with Axew for now. Maybe we'll add it to our team. We'll add it to our team for now and try evolve it into Haxorus. But I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it in my team for good. But there's our brand new little Axew, level 34. So we're going to level him up all the way to level 75 with the experience candy. Now, how do we get out of this Johto base? There's a staircase here, but one of the grunts is blocking the way, so we can't go out there. Maybe we have to go all the way down to the bottom. Looks like we've reached some storage area. We picked up a max repel. There's a few items hanging around here. So let's pick up the items and then try figure out how to get out of here. We also pick up a Dawn Stone, so we've got quite a lot of evolution stones now. There's a little teleportation portal there, but we can't seem to open those barrier gates yet. But we found the door, so now we are out of the Johto HQ. It looks like there's a whole bunch of grunts around here. They must be like protecting the base. Let's see if we can reach the next town. We might have to look at the map to see where we are. If we can make it to the next town and level up our Pokemon or to level 75, I think that will be a great start to the Johto region. Let's have a look at the town map. So the closest town is New Bark Town. That's where you normally start off the game. So hopefully we have to make it there. I'm going to try and go there. And now there's a cutscene in Ilex Forest with a little girl and her Scyther. It looks like her Scyther is super fast and strong. It just cut through some of the trees there. I wonder if we are going to battle her or not. And I think the girl wants to evolve her Scyther into a Cleaver. That's the new evolution form of Scyther. You can either choose Cleaver or Scissor. It looks like this girl might take on the Johto challenge and take on all the gym leaders. I don't know who she is or if she's going to be like a rival or something against us, but I think she's going to be an important part in the story. But now there's a few people selling things here. We bought a couple items, nothing too crazy. And here are a few trainers for us to test out our Pokemon. I am skipping these battles because this video is going to be way too long. And it looks like there's a Sudowoodo there or something. I wonder if we can catch it. So it is a Pokemon, but it's resting, and I don't think we can wake it up just yet. Let's rather try make it to the town first. And here we found Professor Elm. So he's the professor of the Johto region. And right off the bat, Professor Elm gives us a Mega Ring for Mega Evolution. How crazy is that? And the Mega Evolutions in this game look absolutely insane. The creator made a whole bunch of Mega Evolutions, and they look like nothing else I've seen before in any ROM hack. So I'm excited to give Mega Evolutions a go. And I do like our outfit. We look pretty scary, to be honest. This is probably one of my favorite sprites. We are Rocket Boss admins, and here the sign says that to the east is the border of the Johto region, so we can't make it to that starting town. It seems like that's the border of how to get to Johto, so we must have to go to the next town. We're gonna head west now and see where we end up. And yes, it looks like we've made it to Cherry Grove, so we've made it to the first town. We can heal up our team here, and I'm excited to explore the little town and see what all there is to do. I want to try and get our Pokemon all in order before we carry on, so that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use all those little experience candies to level up our Pokemon. I will make it super speed, so I won't waste your guys' time too much. But as you can see, we've got Nidorino and Rhyhorn and Axew, but I'm just going to level up, I think, Nidorino and Rhyhorn now. Try get them to level 75 and hopefully get them to evolve. Actually, I'm still on the fence if we're going to use it or not, so I don't want to waste the items on him if we're not going to use him. I much rather would like to add Nidoqueen or something new. So let's quickly use these experience candies. I love that they've added them to the game. How difficult would it be to train up all these Pokemon from like level 20 to 75? Our Rhyhorn just evolved into Rhydon, which is awesome. Hopefully we can get it to Rhyperior soon. And hopefully we can get our Nidorino to evolve into Nidoking. I'm not sure how to get them into their new forms. We're going to have to figure that part out. But I am super grateful for these experience candies. So it's going to speed up any new Pokemon that we add to our team. We can level them up super fast this way. And I can't believe we've got the whole Johto region to explore. I'm so excited. I would like to add a Gyarados to our team too if we can. I wonder if we can find the Lake of Rage. Johto has always been my favorite region and favorite storyline. The starter Pokemon aren't my favorite, but they are pretty cool compared to all the other gens. So I can't wait to explore Johto. I'm super excited. And I believe the developer is even gonna add a Hoenn update where you can explore the whole of Hoenn. So this game is gonna be something crazy when it's finished. I hope the Johto region is amazing because this game is gonna be one of the top ROM hacks out there. And now we use an item, we evolve our Nidorino into Nidoking. I think we used a Moonstone there. And now we're just going to use 2 rare candies to evolve Bagon into Salamence. We'll get it to evolve twice. And then our team should all be set and ready to go. In the next video, we'll continue exploring Cherry Grove and see what adventures await us. Our Salamence looks absolutely epic, so that's going to be a nice addition to our team. That's all it's going to be for this one. Until next episode, thanks for watching.